As all good stories, it starts with a Reddit post, and this is a gentleman that is seeking legal advice. Apparently, their PayPal account has been banned for buying smutty ebooks, and he wants to know if he has done anything illegal. Right? I mean, look, Britain is becoming more and more of a totalitarian state, but are people allowed to buy literature? This is the question that he wants to know. Like, can you commit a crime if you take a piece of paper and doodle shit on it? Right? And he's asking. Apparently, his account got banned a couple of days ago for making purchases which violates the terms of service of PayPal. Upon querying with staff over the phone, he was told that it was an ebook that he was buying. He's panicking a little bit right now. Haven't done anything illegal, have I? Are the British cops going to knock at my door? Am I going to get arrested? The books were mostly about monsters and milking. I mean, look, we can't have that, right? like, the government, they got other things like illegal migration and catching criminals, but, like, they need to spend a little bit of time in order to crack down on the people that read books about monsters and milk. Some dubious consent stuff. I mean, holy shit, right? Again, like, it's funny because this is in Britain. Okay? So it may as well be illegal. Like, I don't know. If it is illegal, what do I need to do to protect myself? Do I delete my ebooks? If the ebooks aren't illegal, then is the company really allowed to tell me how I'm allowed to spend my money? Like, this is any different to Halifax or nationwide forbidding me from buying cigarettes or alcohol at Tesco's. I'm in England. Well, sucks to be you, I guess. Get out of the country! You know, it's kind of funny, though, because a lot of people say, well, I mean, we need strong morals, V, right? Like, we need the payment processors to be your mommy and daddy, because otherwise society goes to shit. Right? Like, the government has to put some morals. And I'm thinking like, okay, no, that's fine. But is there like another extreme where maybe the government shouldn't be invested into absolutely everything? Like, how wealthy is this government? Like where does it have so many resources and so much time in its hand to actually be invested in absolutely everything? And the same goes for the payment processors, right? Now, This is like the most interesting thing, right? Like, humanity has these people, which I think like we need a new category for them. It's not like left-leaning or right-leaning. It's mostly like people who are against their own self-interest, right? Like when God created man, you know, and you start reading the story with Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel, you don't really find like where this type of gentleman fits in. Like what category does this person fit in? Because it's so bizarre. Is the type of individual that wants to be oppressed. I guess like this is the male variety of the liberal woman that we talked about, who apparently got carjacked and she didn't want the cop to do anything, right? So like you have the victim that loves being victimized. Like you have this individual that absolutely adores bad things happening to them. And it's like, what do you do with these individuals, right? Because, like, they want to be oppressed. Like, if you stop them from getting oppressed, then they become unhappy, right? Like their oppression gives them satisfaction. Now, for those of you who don't know why I'm saying this, is because this individual is a comic book creator, right? Like, he makes comic books for a living. The payment processors fucked him over. Like, he got banned, he got canceled because his comic books were promoting hate speech or some nonsense, right? And now he's basically saying, yes, this is based. Payment processors should absolutely moralize. Like, does he understand that he's creating left-leaning people? Because I don't even care about these ebooks, right? Like, this is female erotica, women read ebooks. Like, men watch tits. They don't read books. But the interesting thing is that, despite the fact that I'm not caring, I'm seeing this individual, like, cherishing and promoting and glorifying and normalizing censorship. And then on the other hand, he's screaming about himself getting censored. And it's like, what do I make of this? You know, like, what I make of this is that, well, maybe this individual hasn't learned the lesson. You know, like, maybe I should actually side with the payment processors and demand more crackdowns on hate speech and demand more crackdowns on every single thing that he is making, until maybe, finally, at some point, the point gets across, and he's like, alright, well, maybe the payment processors aren't such a good idea. You know, maybe I should protect my kids from ebooks, but, like, other kids aren't my property. I'm not a fucking communist. I'm just saying, it's so wild. Like, I think he's an agitator, right? Like, I see him everywhere. Every time he posts something controversial. It's like he posts something antagonistic, which is probably why we're here, you know? Like, instead of people trying to find out solutions, and instead of people getting together and trying to join forces and make the world better for everyone, we have to argue with each other, right? We have to... And it's not even that, like, the argument doesn't save a purpose, because, like, apes together strong, right? Like, if we all united against the payment processors dictating, it's like, what, guns you're allowed to buy, cigarettes, alcohol, you know, like all this nonsense when they should be a utility, like it should be made into law that payment processors are kind of like the electric company. That's my thing, though. Rather than allowing them to moralize, we're arguing with each other while we're being oppressed. It's fine, you know? Again, like, if any other person would have said anything, I would understand, but this is a content creator, right? Like, he literally is the person that got shafted by the payment processors. Anyway, right, it is what it is. Regarding the ebooks, here's my take. Women read ebooks, right? Like, men don't read ebooks. Men just watch titties. And so if PayPal actually goes after the women industry and they actually start, deciding what is acceptable and what isn't, they're going to find out that women actually adore stuff that has to do with dubious non-consent. How do I know this? Well, you look at the bestsellers, right? Like 50 Shades of Grey, stuff like that. Women love that shit. And so if you're going to start cracking down on what women like, I'll tell you this. There is one rule in politics. Nothing changes until women get affected. Like, when women get affected, that's when you get to see change happening. And also, if your definition of porn is not just like penetration and stuff with real people, but like it goes in the realm of fantasy and erotica and like literally anything under the sun that can titillate, you're going after $1 billion industry, probably bigger than Hollywood. People with that much amount of cash aren't just going to lay down and wait for you to destroy that industry. No, they're going to find ways around this shit. They're going to start paying politicians. They're going to start creating other infrastructure. And I guarantee to you, like, this is the shit that's going to create alternative payment networks. This is like literally where you're going to see some of the richest people that normally don't like showing their face in public starting to invent and starting to innovate and starting to find out alternative ways where they can sell their sput to the people. And then everyone else gets to benefit. Even like Mr. John De La Rose, the comic book writer, is going to piggyback on the new infrastructure that's created. Because, again, if you're messing with $1 billion industry, and most importantly, you're messing with women and their past activities and their hobbies, that's when you know that stuff is going to change. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.